You? You're my new lab assistant? I don't recall asking Dean Crustington for any. Even more surprised, given she's as tight as a quark star's gravitational field when it comes to spending any money on faculty administration assets.
Yes. You see, we're both student graduate interns, sponsored by EduSmart Juice. Drink up and get a whole lot smarter. Now in 3 essential flavours, including tofu.
Yes, fizzy tofu. The taste of a smarter generation.
Way to sell the cover story, Advick. You want me to book you in the acting summer school when we get out of here?
Sponsored, you say? Well, that sounds a whole lot more like the Dean. Right, so the ball of feathers molting on me floor is called Advick. What about you, other fella? You seem oddly familiar. Have we met somewhere before?
No, not that I remember. I probably just have one of those snouts. My name's Dita Stoat. Just Stoat. No qualifying prefix or anything.
Naturally, Dita, because we're laboratory intern assistants.
Yeah, interns, pre-qualifications and whatevs.
Right, okay then. Well, welcome on board. Now, if you're going to be my assistants, then the first thing the pair of you can assist me with is by running along to the vendor-matic and dispensing me a hot mug of Carver Root Brew. And be quick about it.
What? I didn't spend decades at graduate school to be a flipping beverage fetcher.
What Mr. Stoat means is, of course, Doctor WHeasel, is that we'd only be too happy to assist you in this respect. Clearly, Doctor, going undercover's going to tax your acting talents beyond their limits, too.
Can too many WHeasels spoil the plot? Well, on planet Quadria, our titular hero has run into someone else using his name without paying him so much as a potato waffle in licensing rights. The Cab! But can Advick Goose and the definitive original Doctor WHeasel unpick this mystery before that ill-conceived cover story is exposed in Doctor WHeasel and the Enemy of the University, Part 3?
Well, that was hardly the most auspicious start to our investigation into this temporal crisis, Doctor WHeasel. You almost blew what little cover we had.
Sorry, Goose, but keeping my magnificent shrouded isn't in my Time-Weasel TNA. Also, that guy was one heck of an arrogant sod.
Yes, he was, wasn't he? Reminded me of someone a million light years away from here.
Okay, I'll admit, this other Doctor WHeasel did rather have my in-your-face attitude. Well, maybe he is me. Well, a future me. But the thing is, I'm not getting that funny tickle behind my eyes that my people get when the second law of time is being broken.
Wait, has this sort of thing happened to you before?
Not knowingly, but when a Time-Weasel crosses their own timeline, afterwards there's usually some sort of amnesia for whoever's from the earlier part of your time stream. I think it's the university's way of avoiding too many inadvertent causal violations.
Right, but what about the tickled eye thing? How do you know that, unless it has happened to you before?
Don't you have books where you come from, Advick?
Alka-Seltzer was a Swamp World doctor as well, you know. We weren't big on retaining absorbent paper goods as sources of knowledge. I take your meaning. You read about it somewhere.
At the Omniversal Academy's Stellar Library, actually. A fascinating place, and allow me to swing by there sometime. They've got all of the most scholarly works in the cosmos there. Now I think of it, they might even have something about how to travel to NN space.
Oh, I thought you'd forgotten they wanted to try going home again.
Well, I was a bit distracted after our last effort ended in you dying, Advick, but no, I hadn't forgot. Here we are. Hello, Mr. Vendomatic. 1 Carver Root Brew, scalding hot. A flat, skinny latte with 2 shots of espresso, and, whatever the goose is having.
Oh, tea? Slom if you've got it. With a splash of goat's milk, if you please.
Please? Sheesh, it's just a machine, Advick.
A little common courtesy gets you a long way.
Thank you for your order, good beings. Your drink order is being prepared on behalf of the Spondolux Vending and Refuse Recycling Interstellar Concern. Forget the rest and invest in the best. Spondolux, the choice of the smartest generation.
Go and boil your circuits, you grub locus pile of shashlik.
Doctor! There's no need for language like that. This machine's only doing its job.
Your order is now ready. Please insert 15 Drognalics or your SVRRIC loyalty card to complete your transaction.
I'm a little short today, Advick. Can you pay the thing?
Oh, just once it would be nice if you had some local currency on you. Didn't the Time-Weasel even bother spotting you a per diem?
No, the Time-Wads didn't. Come on, let's get this disgusting-looking carver stuff back to Doctor WHeasel. Oh, I just feel dirty saying that.
Maybe we should call him Dr. Imposter. At least till we know one way or the other.
That rhymes, so I rather like it. Dr. Imposter it is. By the way, Goose, did you notice all that equipment in the corner of Imposter's laboratory?
Yes, I was going to ask about that. It almost looked like the Weasel's central console.
Although a ramshackle version compared to my sleek beast of a machine. Maybe that's because he's been using local Quadria technology as a substitute for proper Time-Weasel organocrystalline technoalloys and subplank fractal membrane adhesive.
So definitely worth a close look when we get back then. Finally! I was beginning to think you transmatted all the way to Carvenia to fetch the pots for roasting. Here's your drink, Doctor WHeasel. Oh no! I've tripped on a loose floorboard. Oh, this carver roots hot as heck, you great clumsy clot of a moronic goose. Oh, clean this bloody mess up while I go and get changed. And don't touch anything else in the laboratory.
Nicely done, Advick. That looked authentically accidental. Anyway, let's have a closer look at his technological doohickey.
Does the sonic nail file actually accomplish anything when you wave it around like that? I thought it was a tool primarily for opening doors and stuffing cans of baked beans. Not some sort of omni-scanner.
It can have more than one function. Time-Weasel technology is at least as advanced as your average flipping smartphone.
Sorry I asked. In which case, Doctor, what does your magic wand of everything tell us?
What's your beak, Goose? For your information, it's backed up what my eyes have been seeing. This is the core of a primitive but likely workable space-time transit device. A close ancestor of my Weasdis. Certainly lots of similarities, even accounting for the primitive components.
Which means he might be you, or a fellow Time-Weasel, or just an unrelated genius then.
Maybe. But he's still got two problems to overcome. A device like this needs a near-infinite power source to operate. And Quadria technology is nowhere even close to the Kardashev Scale 3 stellar engineering it would require.
Okay, so he's not got the gas to run it on. What's the other issue?
It appears he's not incorporated any dimensional compensators into his system, which means if he engages this, he'll flip half of this star system into the time vortex.
Something which I take is a bad thing.
Cataclysmic, not just for this planet, but the entire galaxy. On a worst case scenario, it could even propagate a change in the basal vacuum energy state. And then we're talking universal Armageddon.
Oh my! That sounds exactly like something the Time-Weasel would prefer to avert then. So, shall I fetch the nearest sledgehammer and start swinging?
That would only take care of the immediate risk. Now I know why the Time-Weasel sent me. This was never about reconnaissance or demolition. It's an assassination.
Oh, flaming incompetent graduate students, that was my best jacket.
Ah, Doctor WHeasel, always a pleasure to see. Have you changed clothes since I last saw you?
Aye, clumsy grad students, not beverages, do not mix.
My, well, I must say the scarf and cricket whites are a startling fashion statement. But no matter at all. I needed another word as it happens. Professor Clemton just notified me that her research group have cracked that power generation issue they've been having. She told me to say you'll be good to power your time scope sometime in the next day or so.
That's the best news I've heard all semester. I'll pop over and give their equipment the once-over. Should give those blasted student interns you foisted on me time to finish cleaning up.
Student interns? What are you blathering on about, WHeasel? You know the faculty's not got sufficient credits with the sponsorship committee to clear that sort of expense.
What? In which case, Dean, who in the name of heck did I leave tinkering around my lab? Waving their mops around near my experimental time scope.
My dear Doctor, I have no idea. But you had better get back there and stop them before they cause an utter disaster. Why, if we have to replace anything, we could go over budget.
Leave them to me, Dean. I know how to deal with nosy interlopers. Permanently.
Is the experimental time scope as big a threat to reality as the Time-Weasel's fear? Dare Dr. WHeasel risk losing his soul by assassinating his namesake, or will a sharp rebuke or a slap to the wrist be enough? And is everything the Doctor and Advick uncovered to date cosmic coincidence? Or is there a more masterful plan at work? Discover the answer in Doctor WHeasel and the Enemy of the University, Part 4!
Doctor WHeasel is a Weasel Tele-Audio Enterprises production featuring Randolph Weasley as Dr. WHeasel, Carrington Goose, Advick Goose, Nathaniel Badgington as the other Dr. WHeasel, Flipper Ryan as the Vending Machine, and Joe Scott Darrell as Dean Crustington.